How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review, and it is some double IPA goodness, hopeful goodness, in the form of Trillium Brewing's collaboration with Monkish Brewing's Never Again, double IPA on mangoes. Yeah, there's been words about this beer. I haven't had it. Not something I sought out. I get a bunch of Trillium stuff by me, but it's kind of a beer you have to go out and get, and just didn't ask for it. But I ended up procuring a can of Mago Tego from Tired Hands, and the hop burn in that was infinitely crazy. And this beer is kind of associated with that, I guess you would say. A lot of people kind of lump them together as far as like how beers kind of jump on a shark. A viewer of mine, Michael, actually wrote me and he's like, man, he's like, I really like this beer. He's like, everybody's pooping the shit out of this beer. He's like, I want to send you a can and see what you have to say about it. And he did. So thank you very much, Mike. Really appreciative they actually sent it off. Yeah, just going to review it and see what she's got. As far as what it says on the can itself, it says, Never and Again, double IPA aged on mangoes, Trillium Brewing Company, Monkish Brewing Company. Never to be brewed again. Trillium Brewing Company, yada yada yada, and that be that. Your typical stickered can from Trillium. Cool. It's kind of like a departure a bit with them with the coloration on the can itself. I still dig it. You have the kind of wood etching kind of style there with that kind of colored heart. It's like a hand holding a heart with the two fingers kind of crossing. I really actually dig it with that little color splash on there with the mango. It really fucking explodes. Dig it. But am I going to dig the beer? We'll see what happens. So, like I said, there's been words. Words happen. People say words all the time. And people say, oh, this beer is great, this beer sucks, depending on what's going on in the beer. Now, it's been a little bit since the beer actually has been released. 9/22, that makes this beer just a little bit over a month. Actually, about almost exactly a week over a month old. So, yeah, it's got a bit of time on it, but it's been cold stored. Suck it. As far as what's going on, the head that it did have, which is a bit over a pinky, receded really fucking quick. Really white, not much left to it, but I mean that is straight up. That is, I don't even. It's not butternut squash. It's fucking yellow squash kind of fucking soup going on in there. I mean, it is haze and turbid and fucking every other description you want to throw into it for days. Absolutely looks. You can actually see. You probably can't see it on the camera, but when I'm looking at it from this angle, I have light coming from two lights down here. I have light coming from two fucking soft boxes over there. And I can actually see a dark center to it. So light is impeding into it and then getting lost. So it is a void of light, actually. Because you can actually see where the light is actually getting lost. And it was pretty cool. I actually haven't seen that in a beer in this studio area yet. So that in itself is pretty fucking cool. So does it look like a fucking IPA? No, it doesn't look like an IPA. Double IPA doesn't look like anything. It looks like fucking fruit juice. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. And even when I swirl it, when I get it around, it's like, does it have legs? Yeah, it has hazy legs. Hazy fucking legs. That's even, stepping into new grounds here. We're getting hazy legs instead of just regular legs. So, yeah. Let's try to get a nose on her. See what she's got. It's actually not that vibrant. I mean, you're getting the mango in there. You're getting a tropical fruit overdose. Stone fruits abound. Not much citrus, and if it is, it's kind of like a complementary factor kind of floating in there. But that's pretty much it. Sweet. You're getting sweet mangoes, sweet tropical fruits. Some coming from the mangoes itself, I assume. Some coming from the mango, actually from the hop itself. Some that sweetness coming from the malt. But yeah, it smells like a juice fruit. It doesn't smell like a beer at all. Now, is it a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. One of my favorite beers is Julius from fucking Treehouse. Yeah, dump on me for fucking being that person that likes those beers, but that beer fucking does it for me. So, yeah, it smells really good. It looks really good. Does it smell like a beer? No. Does it look like a beer? No. Does that mean it's going to be a bad beer? I don't know. So let's dive into it, see what she's got. Cheers. Yeah, just lax in the mouth. You're getting that hop burn, that hop, what I say is hop particulate. A lot of people are like, oh, that's the mangoes. Because I think there's an association between the mangoes that were in Mago Tego and the mangoes that were actually in this. These are kind of interconnected beers as far as what people kind of talk about, what's wrong with them. And there's this inherent kind of burn that you're getting from both those beers. And since both of those beers have mangoes, people are like, oh, that's the mangoes. That's the mangoes. It's the mangoes killing you. Listen, unless they're just fucking skinning the butts of the mangoes and just leaving the raw ends with the fucking little kind of vegetal kind of stock end on it, and that's all they're putting in there, it's not the fucking mangoes. It's the hops. It's a hop burn. It's fucking hop particulate in the beer that shouldn't be there, and it just... There's something a bit too adventurous, I guess the word is to say, with this beer or any other beer. They came out very soon, or not very soon, very close to each other as far as styles, as far as release dates, I guess you would say. And to me, with this having the hop burn that this has, and the Mago Tego having hopper that it has, I feel like there's some kind of like they were trying something out and it failed. That's my guess, because this is not nearly as bad as Mago Tego as the hop burn goes, but it's similar. So let's talk about it. Mouthfeel, yeah, it's fucking cool, but it's dense as fuck because there's too much floating in it. That juicy mango-ness, because that's a word, juicy mango and that tropical fruit in the nose really just does not come through in the mouth. It starts to come through, but all you get is that kind of hot particulate burn kind of floating around in there. Yeah, it's actually really sweet. That hop burn kind of fucking defeats that. It just gives you like utter bitterness. And just leaves you with something that just, honestly, to me, is just wrong. Not wrong as a beer, because someone likes this. Even Mike said, the guy who sent it to me, he's actually enjoyed it. And that's cool. If you enjoy this, more power to you. But this is just, there's something amiss. There's something that was either skipped. There's a step that was skipped. Someone was trying to do a little bit too much, leave a little bit too much into the beer. Or someone's trying to do something different and just didn't fucking land. And that's what's going on with this beer, and the same thing with Mago Tego. Not to keep attaching these two beers together, but it's very similar faults. So I would bet my left testicle that the breweries are kind of going back and forth talking about fucking processes and styles and how they make beer together. And they both just kind of failed on this one, to be perfectly honest with you, because that is what it is. So yeah, let's talk about it. I'm just going to finish because there's really not much other than talk about. Hop burn, density, nose is cool. Everything else is pretty much a dumpster fire. So yeah, is it one of the better double IPAs I've had as of late? No. It is made absolutely kind of herky-jerky and just there's something amiss. Let's put it that way. Value and availability, can't speak to that. It was given to me. If Mike would actually chime down below, that would be awesome. And availability, you have to go to the brewery to get it because it's Trillium. And say if you like what we like this. If you like Mago Tego. And you like to know what hop particulate actually tastes like in your mouth. And raw, just vegetal fucking crazy hop bonkersness. If you want to know what it's like to eat actual hops, then you like this. Other than that, just not good. And it's been over a month. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't, or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. If you want to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, and all 4 of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a better beer than this one. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.